Welcome back to another weekly update. I just wanted to say thank you guys for 800 subs. You're insane. I love every one of you. And let's get into it. So, this week's kind of small in terms of the blocks, as you can see. But the dev diary is kind of big. So, let's stop clanking around real quick. Get into Spectator, and we'll look at these. So, you get a seat, finally. It's still non-functional, like most of the things in this game, but I'm sure functionality will come in the future, like everything else. Regardless of that, this thing looks insane, like I say for everything else. The details on it are cool. This is really honestly the first look that I'm seeing. So, as you're seeing it right now, that's about as I'm seeing it, if you haven't seen it before. It's kind of crazy. They did a lot with this. I don't know. Like, what the heck? I'm wondering if this will spin or slide in the future. It might, because that platform's kind of weird. But, oh, I guess we'll find out. That's attached, so that's definitely not making me believe that that's going to slide. But this portion right here that makes me think that this chair is going to slide forward or something in the future. That's what I'm thinking. The seat cushions look horribly uncomfortable. Jeez. Yeah, it doesn't look like you're gonna want to sit in this for very long periods of time. Almost like you're gonna get in it and then get right back out. It's built for speed, not for comfort. Your armrest or paper thin. Cool. You got some buttons on the side here, it looks like. And they also have reflections. That's sick. Nice. And little indents, too. That's cool. Yeah, man, this thing looks incredible. They're constantly outdoing themselves with, like, the shapes and the whatnot. Because that's... I can't imagine that's too hard to do that. Like, with the indents and whatnot for the seat. But, I mean, that's... To me, that's crazy. Because I don't do anything in Blender. Or 3D modeling, for instance. But yeah, man, that seat looks cool. Seat looks cool. I like it. Let's get on to, doing things to it, I guess. Like painting and shooting and whatnot. Not to have you. Let's get her painted up here. We got some different colors this time. So, that's always fun. My floor is still messed up from the last time. It'll probably... I'm keeping it like this until it's so deformed that I can't use it anymore. So, let's take a look at the chairs. Again, what color? Man, this looks crazy. I really love orange, dude. It's so good. Pretty much everything got painted. So these portions, I didn't think those were going to get painted, but yeah, anything that's really black on here stays the same, or gets painted. I wonder if that one was supposed to. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I thought that this was not supposed to get painted. Or wasn't. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I thought that was painted, but it's not. That's fine. Anyways. Chair in orange. Looks great. That's about it. It's a chair. Moving on. Chair in cyan. Or light blue. Whatever you want to call this color. I don't know. Looks good too. I like it still. Fantastic, man. It's awesome. It's just casually half floating. Let's see what the deform looks like on it. So, can we shoot the top off? No, it just disintegrates. Awesome! Cool. No missing textures, it looks like. Wait, what? I gotta see that again. We gotta get a recap on it. No, they actually fixed it. Okay. Dang it! Shoot it back here. There we go. I want to see the seat cushions. There isn't really any. Okay. So no, they're not really... There's no texturing for that. Like, they're just... As you see the seat cushions split apart, that's all you see is this portion of it. The front black part. You don't see, like, inside of it, I think. That's fine. Okay, so now that we've got our seat, we can now put it behind the table for the weekly review dev diary set. That's cool. Again, still non-functional, so I can't really sit in it, unfortunately. But I did make it spin. So that's cool. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty... It's just decoration right now. I hope that I hope that we get the ability to sit in it in the future soon, because it would be really nice to not be standing for these dev reviews in the future. Alright, let's go check out the dev diary, folks. Alright, so yeah, like I said real quick here, this is the set for the dev diaries. This thing is mangled at this point. But yeah, this is the set. Like I said, now we got our chair. We can't really sit in it, but eventually we'll be able to. Let's get rid of that and get onto the dev diary. Alright, let's get into the dev diary. It looks like we're getting 1.25 meter windows. These look sick. They look incredible. I'm super excited for them. I'm always excited to see the new blocks come out. I can't wait to see these in your builds and see what you guys create with them. We're seeing more and more of the implications of the 25 cm grid coming through, and these are insane. Versus the large grid and small grid only being connected to those grids, we're now seeing everything unified. It's awesome, man. I love it. I can't say enough good things about this grid choice. It's definitely a huge change versus SE1, and I'm very welcoming it. If you commented on the last blog post for the dev diary, Merrick is saying thank you up here, or Keen, whichever. And then it's talking about there being a huge, like, open to interpretation because the last one focused on single player a lot. So a lot of people were questioning what was going on with that, I guess. But down here it's talking about story is still optional, the sandbox is king. So if you want the story, it's there, but sandbox is also there if you're just going to jump in the game and build. So then we get another picture here of some concept art, some work in progress of a water turbine. We're getting... I cannot wait for water, man. Oh, this is going to be so cool. This looks incredible. Especially with the little screenshot right there. That looks awesome. Of having the water flow through it. That looks super cool. I'm excited for this, honestly. I can't wait to start building like hydro dams and whatnot to get electricity. This is going to be cool. Super cool. Some of the missions are part of the colonization of the Almagest. That's their meta progression loop. This system unlocks new areas, resources, block upgrades, and more. It's not mandatory, but it's a key way to grow your capabilities and unlock more of the world. Separate from the colonization, some missions are pushed for the story, including cutscenes and narrative moments. The story layer is completely optional. If you ignore both the colonization missions and the stories, you'll have a pure sandbox experience to do whatever you want. You know, that's cool. I like that, not being forced into the story, although I still am interested in the story and will be checking it out whenever it comes out. So, super excited for that. Improving the terrain strata. Let's take a look at that real quick, I guess. This is crazy. I'm seeing this for the first time, so I've seen the clip of it on YouTube, but I didn't look at it. I wanted to wait till we're together to look at it, more or less. The terrain is going to look insane on these planets, and I cannot wait for that. Because they are doing, as you can see, some crazy stuff for them. But the rocky textures or sand textures, whatever, I can't wait to get on planets, and I can't wait for water to get here or survival. This game's gonna be cool whenever it's done, man. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man. Wow. This is awesome. Really awesome. Alright. So then what about multiplayer? And so in the last blog post, like you said, folks on single player quite a bit, but here's their current thinking on multiplayer. So we get a co-op story mode where your friends can join the world. You play as, I'm gonna butcher this name, so excuse me, Miro Sokol? I don't know. I can't read, alright? And their companions. Together you'll experience your story. Or you can do vanilla sandbox servers on a public or dedicated server. The story is turned off, nobody is the character, and everyone starts freely just like classic SC sandbox. Awesome. So you get two different experiences. Or you get the story mode basically and the sandbox mode. That's what I'm gathering from that. That's cool. So the design is still a work in progress, it's subject to change, but your feedback is helping them shape it in the right direction. So again, you guys have a voice. If you don't like something or you want it to change and enough of you want it to change, it can change. You've seen a couple of things like that change already, which is cool. So, concept art of a water thruster. This looks insane. We're going to be building submarines or boats or whatever. Ships that can go from space to underwater. That's going to be awesome. Another underwater thruster variant. Super cool design, man. Super cool. Alright, yeah, that's it for the dev diary. And that's also it for the weekly update. So if you guys liked the video, leave a like, comment, consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. We just hit 800. You guys are insane. I can't thank you enough for that. So, I love you, and that's all I got. I'll see you next week. Okay, thanks. Bye!